When I started as a stylist, one of my big dreams and goals was to style a beach house, and here I am. When the Kellys bought this house, they inherited everything that was in it, including all of the most tacky beach tchotchkes you could imagine. When Judy approached me about doing this project, she said, "Jamie, can you live, laugh, beach this house?" And I knew what she meant. And maybe, you know, let's just get rid of old starfish over here. The furniture was really uncomfortable. The colors were primary, mostly like red and blue and orange. I think what the Kellys really wanted was something that felt a little more elegant, but also relaxed, because this is their beach house. The Kellys are a young family. They are traveled. They like art and design. They felt like the house didn't really represent their style at all. One of the biggest issues with the first floor is that there really weren't very many comfortable places to sit. There was one comfortable chair in the whole space. It was really important to define the space and to make it inviting and make it warm and comfortable. What we needed to do was we needed to create a new footprint for each room. The living room, it was really cramped. The rug was too small. So we wanted to open up the space to provide enough seating for the family of 4 plus friends and family. These are too tall, so these are gonna go. Definitely the ceiling fan. I wanted to bring in textures of linen and cotton and wovens. And I also wanted to bring in some art and some plants. When we say we transform spaces, that transforms lives, we're actually creating rooms where people feel their best and they feel they belong here. I think one of the biggest transformations in the first floor is with the dining room. The space was almost like a dumping ground. Like they had their exercise equipment in there, they had the shoes on the floor, they didn't really have any storage. It wasn't really like a place that anyone wanted to hang out. We had this really beautiful, luxurious vintage rug, and it changed the size, the footprint, literally, of the room. So now with the addition of the rug and the plants and the chairs and just kind of moving it over and spreading it out a little bit, it's really become almost like a cafe. So one of my favorite spaces in this house is Judy's Nook. When we first began, Judy had told me that that little nook over by the dining room was her getaway spot. She's a mom and she's really hardworking and she is a business owner. I put a lot of attention on this because I felt like it was really important for her to have that. I wanted her to feel like she had a place that was hers. I like to incorporate nature in my design, and with this house, of course, you know, the natural thing being shells. I think the best way to, if you're kind of stumped about color, is just to look outside. As I was collecting them, I realized that this is our palette. I love this. Look at those stripes. Isn't that cool? Nature really tells you the truth about color and about what works, you know? I love creating texture and adding texture and doing it with natural materials. You can see the weave, you know, it really feels like it was inspired by a seashell. How do you turn this into a room? And that's with, you know, fabric, tile or paint, wood, distressing and adding a little patina and age to it, and then accessorizing. So with the kitchen, there wasn't too much to do, but sometimes the most simple changes can really transform a space. I think painting the islands green really added just a little layer that it needed to give it a new foundation. That particular green went so well with the butcher block countertops, And then we just changed the knobs from this kind of dated chrome to black. And I think the matte black really added a modernity that it needed. The upstairs was feeling a little flat. It's a really nice, big, wide open space, but it was very beige. It was like beige floor, beige sectional, beige walls. The media console was tiny and the TV was huge. I think the space up there really had the potential to be a full-on entertainment zone. Adding like a few pieces of furniture and texture on the walls through lime wash and wallpaper, it totally transformed the space. You know, I felt like it really had the potential to be this textural treehouse because right off of it, there's this deck that is amazing. I mean, it's just this really great space for lounging and being outside. There were 2 kids' rooms and 2 guest rooms, and they needed just a little once-over. I really wanted to personalize their rooms a little more because they just kind of felt like they belonged to somebody else. My style book is essential to the project's success because it is a way for me to organize my vision and for the client to see my vision, to see what I have planned for not just the mood entirely, but for each room and what I'm going to bring in, like furniture and furnishings and art and texture and design and color palettes, keywords. And the keywords help keep us on track. So for this project, our keywords were family, modern, cozy, traveled, coastal, relaxed, bohemian. There's a lot that goes into it. It's beyond just picking stuff out. It's really digging deep and figuring out who they are and what's going to spark inspiration for them, have it be a place where they can create new memories and new meaning.